Hey y'all, welcome to Sacred Soulmates. I am your goddess, Euphoria, your host on this magical carpet ride. Over here, we celebrate love. We talk about the soulmate dynamic versus the twin flame gimmicks that they sell you these days. Don't get caught up in it. Um, the first card we have out here, I read according to chakras. So the first one crowning the reading is self worth. And I'm looking at this icy landscape. It can be a harsh environment. Right now, you may find yourself feeling like maybe you're behind enemy lines or being ganged up on, or people trying to come against you in your connection with someone, maybe even just your connection to the Most High. But you have to know who you are. You have to set your own worth. You have to set your own price. You have to assert your value on people and remind some people exactly who you are and what you've done for them and what it is that you truly deserve, because they will try to cheapen you every chance they get. People who they naturally live in a cold, icy state because of whatever traumas that they were never brave enough to face themselves. The people who always want to save face, they live in very cold, icy, barren lands. A barren womb may be a thing, or someone who suffers with like I don't know what that shit was called. What is it? The PCOS. I'm getting that energy. Also just like diseases of like the reproductive organs, which are sacral energy, symbolized by orange energy. Those type of things. Someone needing a hysterectomy, having to get one or had to get one. Someone having like SA trauma, like maybe from their childhood and never having dealt with it. It'll grow into all types of, it festers. When you don't deal with that energy, it goes somewhere. And if it's in a constant state of dis-ease that you sit in, then that's going to manifest in some type of way. And I'm not like picking on people who suffer from those conditions. What I'm saying is that there's a root for all energies. This shit don't just come out of nowhere. We're all connected. Everything is all connected. And right now is a time where a lot of those connections are being seen more. You know, it's just that time of year. We're moving into the darker seasons. Seasonal depression is a thing. That again is another energy that has to manifest from somewhere if you don't deal with it. But what I'm getting is that there are people who are using their low self-worth because they never stood for themselves. They want to use that to try to make you feel low. And you have to be the one who sits in that ray of sunshine. You have to be the one that warms your own seat. You don't need nobody to put no fire up under your ass. Every day you wake up and know who you are. That's all the fire you need to get up and go create. So that's what's at the top of the mind right now on a collective level. With the third eye, we have the Page of Pentacles. And again, this is like the cheapening of someone who hasn't done the work on themselves. They can't do nothing but see you from a cheaper point of view. They can't do nothing but tear down your worth because there's someone who allowed their own worth to be torn down, or who never did the work to build themselves up. The Page of Pentacles is like someone always clawing away. They get their self-worth from other people. This is someone who tries to get their rep up off of other people. The only way that they can create is through like siphoning from others, taking from others, stealing from others, blocking others' blessings, doing all the destiny swap and death ritual and bullshit that they do. Because with the third eye is spirituality, and some people can't see nothing but darkness and evil. So that's what they will try to basically get up off of you, or they'll use those type of means to get stuff off of you. If you have a higher worth, they will always discount what it is that you do. You can't do enough for these type of people. I'm getting like a Virgo energy, I'm getting Aries energy, I'm getting Libra. And these are just, zodiac collective signs that are coming through. Not saying that has to be your sun sign. Know your chart, because I'm not arguing with nobody who only know their sun sign or they big three. Know your whole chart. Know what houses your planets are in. Know which placements have what do you call them? Dang, it just slipped my mind. But aspects. Yeah, know your aspects. Know what angles these planets are mixing with each other. And that's just a part of, you care about yourself. You care about yourself enough to know what is the energy under which I took my very first breath of life. My first hit of consciousness. What was that energy? You should want to know that. And notice how this card keep like kind of spinning around and stuff in my hand. I'm moving my hand too, but it's moving around more so than just what my hand is moving around. So it's like right now it's people trying to, I'm getting that save face energy, trying to figure out a way, trying to concoct something that they can hang on to be able to save face, to be able to heat up their cold landscape because they don't have no warmth. The sun don't really shine on them. It's always a dark, dreary cloud. Seattle or that Pacific Northwest type of weather is what I'm getting from this. Also, something about Siberia, which is like the coldest place in the world, like where people live, the coldest habitated place, the habitated, the coldest inhabited place, Habitat for Humanity or the Habitat Restore. If somebody is like doing projects, you may be getting stuff from there. That's just the energy of like worth and things being cheap. So from a high deep level, a low everyday earthly level, the energy still apply. So just getting cheap materials or being able to make something from a little is also highlighted here, but that's something that you can only do when you have a strong self-worth. Being able to look at something and see the beauty of it, being able to behold the beauty of it. I'm getting within a twin flame, not a twin flame, that's the I'm constantly, the whole reading that I've done so far, feeling an energy trying to like edge up and insert itself. Somebody who ain't done none of the work but always looking for an opportunity to assert themselves as some type of savior or as some type of person that you need to, bow down to. Somebody who don't even have no self-worth because again, they've gotten all of their energy off of other people. Don't nothing really grow and flourish in their life unless they are swiping it off of other people. They get things that were already flourished. They get energies that were already manifested by somebody that is of a higher creational level, honestly, a higher spiritual status, and sneak and grab it for themselves or figure out some type of way to do, their little sacral, whatever, hoodoo, voodoo, he do, she do, you do, we do, whatever they do to get off of people. But even what they get is not even is not as flamboyant, is not as valuable, is not as worthy a cause as what the original person would manifest if they didn't have somebody sucking and siphoning off of their energy. It's very like slime, low life type energy here. Somebody always want to take something. With the throat chakra, it's like we're having to address these things, and the spirit realm is so rich right now. It's so full. The spiritual waters are so high. High tide with this, full moon we just had. The waters are raging. The water spirits are raging because they are aware of the originators of such spiritual prosperity basically being robbed by peons who don't know shit about spirituality, who don't have no respect for the spirit realm, and who definitely don't abide by spiritual law. But they just know a little, a little root work. They know a little sacral chakra work. They work with blood or something, or they use their sex to get what it is that they want, or they have these sexual traumas in their life that they haven't even dealt with. So now they just out here being cold and heartless and ugly to people who are the warmth, who are the richness of life. And I'm hearing salt of the earth. Those whose tears have salted this earth are the ones who are beginning to speak up now. It's something being brought to the light that should have been spoken on a long time ago. A situation that should not have been allowed to get this full to where it's like overflowing now. Like out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And that takes us into the next card here, which is the devil. And again, like even when you feel so fed up or you feel so full in spirit that you start to speak on things, these low life people will still try to find a way to hook on to what you're saying and spin a tale to make it fit them. So it's like every ounce of energy that comes out of you, whatever they can get their little nasty gnarled fingers on, that's what they want. Because these people are ruled by fear. They're ruled by the fear of being found out. They're ruled by the fear of being embarrassed, ruled by the fear of the consequences that they've brought upon themselves. And a lot of them at this time are trying to do things to make themselves seem smaller. Just a week ago, bitch, you was going big. Now you want to, be all timid and shy and you can get what I'm saying? Like a couple days ago, you was sitting real haughty. You was gloating, and now you around this bitch acting like you weak. So what is it? Who are you? And you really need to start asking people, who are you? You need to start testing people's heart. In whichever way it is that you have to do this, you really need to start testing people's heart. Because once you introduce that energy of testing people's heart, basically the spirit world gonna come right behind you and support whatever you're doing. If you weighing up a person's heart, it ain't gonna be too long before Anubis them come around and weigh it too. It ain't gonna be too long before that Grand Reaper come around and weigh up that heart as well. And once they got the Grand Reaper on their ass, it ain't really shit. That's all she wrote. So right now you have people who are, I'm hearing like crying out, like wailing out of pain and anger and resentment for things that people have done to them. When, you know, if you just leave me the fuck alone, I would be abundant. I would be flowing. Our relationship would be amazing if we didn't have all of these little twin flame demons and stuff trying to get their airtime. And a lot of that is coming out. A lot of things are being revealed at this time with the solar plexus energy of Seven of Swords. I mean, just downright bold-faced lies that people tell, trying to save face. Straight up deceptive spirits are being handled. You're being dragged into the light at this time. In terms of like soulmate connections, people who maybe they told your mate something years ago and your mate never even brought it to you because they don't make it no habit of bringing you bad news. Because somebody who really loves you, they're not going to keep coming around, well, so and so said this about you, well, such and such did this about you, like negging you with it. A lot of times they will keep it low because they care enough to protect your heart, to the point where that you won't even know that somebody talking greasy about you until like you really deep in a conversation with your soulmate, and then shit comes out on the table. And that's what's going on right now as these connections keep coming together, because what God has put together, let no motherfucking low life musty ass man put asunder. I don't give a fuck what somebody did to you when you were 6 years old. Bitch, you had all this time. You in your 50s, 60s now, and you never addressed nobody about it. But you think you finna come and fuck with somebody who ain't have nothing to do with your trauma? And you think you finna put it off on me? You think you finna throw all your trash and shit over here on my relationship? Not so. So it's very much contention. It's a lot of contention right now in the air. The collective's heart space is in a place of contention right now, because people who would just rather sweep things under the mud and tell your little lies and think it's okay. It's a whole generation of people who got this far off of just being straight up liars. Nasty, dirty, deceiving, low life, deceptive, nothing ass people, and building all their connections off of it. I'm getting like whole communities, whole families, whole societies of people who have basically beaten down those who came behind them. You're supposed to pave a way for them. You beating them down just so you can save face, just so you can use them as your fire source. You know what I'm saying? Using your lying tongue, which is black magic, is spell work. If there's life and death in the power of the tongue, and you use your tongue to go around lying on people, spreading false narratives about some person, telling people what your side of the story is, just so that you never, so that people will not want to get the full other side of the story from the other person. You a dark witch. You a dark witch. And that's what it is right now. A lot of these people are under fire. The spotlight is on them. All of the lies are coming out. The extent of deceit in people's heart is visible these days. As I always say, the 4D space is alive. The 5D time is unlocked. You're going to come across the right person who has a spiritual authority where they can see things from decades, years ago. They received visitation from spirits decades, years ago. That'll give you a secret that somebody been hiding for decades, for years, hiding things. And a spirit that ain't even here with us in the 3D anymore will come through and tell on your ass. It's telling season. I'm seeing Young Thug. I'm seeing Thug in my mind right now. And it's not funny, but it's like the truth is finally coming out about people. You seeing people's true colors. All of this sacral energy I be calling up, you seeing people's true colors right now. People who try to insert themselves in your connection. Low down dirty shit to stop you from being with your mate, or to break y'all apart, or to put you in a position where you can't keep your moods stabilized enough to hold a steady relationship. Making you so stressed that you don't even have time to spend with your own children, like that type of low life energy. And it's all because somebody want to hide how ugly and dirty their heart really is. But we passed that point in human history where you can just do shit to people and it's hidden. Everything that's done in the dark is coming to the light. And it's interestingly enough, in the darkest season, that's when the light shines the brightest. You better take a page from that moon. When it's at the moon's fullest, it's just reflecting the sun's light. And on a dark night, it'll light them streets up well enough for you to be able to see what you normally couldn't see in the dark. That's what we got going on here. It's also, it's like Spirit is urging me to kind of just talk a little bit more about this Ace of Cups, because that bird right there, like getting some information that you didn't previously know about somebody trying to talk to your person when they know y'all connection, trying to sabotage one or both of y'all's name so that no one wants to support your connection, or talking crazy about y'all so less people show up at the engagement party, or you know what I'm saying, or people that you invited to the wedding just not showing up, and or showing up and leaving and spreading lies about it, just being downright messy, like on some fake ass love and hip hop type stuff. It's like Spirit is urging you, speak your piece, but don't get too far into it, because these are the type of low life demonic motherfuckers who they'll take anything they can get. While you're in the middle of addressing them about some ugly shit they did, if you yelling too loud, they'll use that to make it seem like you abusing them. Somebody who need their ass beat, they'll start walking around acting like you bullying them, knowing they need their motherfucking head knocked off their shoulders for the shit that they've been doing. But they will still try to play that lowly role. That's what I'm talking about. Like, these people, like, in a real way, they just ain't shit. You a waste of space, you a waste of breath, you a waste of air, you a waste of blood, a waste of energy. And I don't really go that low with people, and this is exactly what I'm saying. Spirit is urging me to say that. Like, say what it is, mean what you say, but hurry up and get up out that energy. Because after I finish this reading, I'm gonna go right back to, like, playing my music and laughing and shit. Like, I keep it real stable emotionally in my life. So never take what I say in these readings as me having some type of like personal vendetta or attitude with the energies. It just is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and boss up and tell you about your low life ass, tell you about yourself, and then I'm gonna keep having a beautiful fucking life, because you are not that important. When you address somebody for what they said about you, your masculine, your feminine, or the ways that they tried to stop your connection from growing, or the false narratives they spread about you, cheating rumors, lying on people's financial status, like trying to make your masculine look like he can't be a good provider, lying on a woman's body count or something, trying to make your feminine look like she's some common slut or something like that. It's like these type of people, they live for that mess. All of that love and hip hop energy, they live for that type of drama, because they don't have nothing really moving in real life. They have to make everything a lights, camera, action type situation. But the way they go about it, being in the dark, how you want lights, camera, action, how you want the spotlight on you, but all you do is hide in the dark. It be fucking cowards. And they get away with this for so long because as soon as they get called out, they want to make it seem like, oh no, see, look how they're treating me. Like, no, but bitch, you deserve that. So this is like Spirit stepping forward saying, we got this. Like, in a real way. Your tears salted the earth. The ancient gods are not people that's going to arrive on no spaceship. The ancient gods were already here, just waiting to be awakened. It's a frequency. And the alarm clock has sounded. The sirens have went off. The horns have been blown. The angels sounded the trumpets. And the ancient gods are already up. They already up moving. They already out. If you see the state of what's happening in the world today, you know the ancient gods are already moving. And they hitting people with militant precision. It started on a government level because your government facilitated some of the worst travesties in human history. But eventually, all of that punishment and that judgment gonna trickle down. And a lot of these people's numbers are up. They number being called. so that they can go ahead and get on that scale and have that nasty heart weighed so they can go ahead and be plunged into hell where they belong. And when I say hell, heaven and hell are a creation. It's a construct of your own making. You held up by the weight of accountability. If you're a good person, you don't have to worry about what a hell realm would look like for you, because it's gonna be 3D. It's gonna be tangible. They're gonna be able to feel that fire. They're gonna be able to taste that. All that venom that they spit on other people, they're gonna have to drink that bitter cup themselves. It's palpable. It's tangible. It's a real thing because they've made it real with their own energy. But we each are being held up by the weight of our own accountability. So when you're saying something to these people, make sure that you're coming from a pure place. Authenticity is a higher vibration than love. Somebody who doing you dirty like this, and you find out in the most like heart-wrenching ways, because a lot of times it do have to come from somebody who, some person who shouldn't even be in your business like that. Sometimes shit have to come back to you through them. Or sometimes finally when you and your soulmate are in like, intimate conversations and things getting deep and y'all really having like, building type discussions, things will come out because they're not afraid to divulge information to you. It's just they don't make it a habit of bringing you bad news. So something that could have been said years ago, you won't even know about it until you in the midst of a conversation with your person and it's information that you need at that time. And when it finally gets to you, it'd be like, see, that's like, it can be discouraging, but we past letting these type of low life people break us. We are not broken by broken people. We let them be broken together and let the Most High break their ass up even some more. Even more. You know what I'm saying? So speak your piece, but don't allow your cup to be tainted, is what I'm saying. Because they're the ones who are tainted. Trust and know that spirit got them. The spirit know exactly who they are. It ain't nobody walking this earth who is hiding, really, at this point. A lot of it just be grace. It be somebody around them giving them grace long enough for them to get their act together, thumping them upside the head so maybe they can wake their evil ass up. But by the time the Reaper pull up on you and you still been found that you in that ugly energy and it just ain't going nowhere, you gonna get everything you was looking for with that nasty spirit of yours. So don't allow that nasty spirit to mix and commingle with yours. Keep your cup clean. Keep your vessel clean. If you tempted to, go a couple days without showering and stuff like that because what somebody said about your connection or how somebody is doing your mate, your masculine, your feminine, or even if your masculine, your feminine has been like coerced into something that maybe hurt your feelings, whatever the case may be. But I don't see that a whole lot with the mates. I feel like with this energy is like your masculine and your feminine is the one having to bring you some information that you didn't know, but it helps you put the pieces together of something that was done against you by lowlifes who probably ain't never really cared for you like that. All they really wanted to use you for was a source of warmth. These people live in a state of survival. They will never know what thriving feels like. And even if they think they thriving for a little minute, it's going to come with some energies that's going to make their ass pay for the things that they've done. So don't keep your fire burning to the point. Don't let them enrage you to the point where you do something that might get you locked up or do something that may get you harmed and have a bitch ass motherfucker who say, well, I was defending myself when they was the one who was provoking you in the first place. Just don't allow yourself to be the source of their warmth. Starve them. Let their ass freeze out there. In the words of Clayton English, I'll let a bitch perish. And that's how you got to keep it P. I always say God's so P. I have another channel. So when I say I always say something, it's because I have like over 500 something videos on my other channel, 828 Prophecies. Feel free to go check it out because it gets even deeper over there. I'll be talking about the celebrity visitations I receive. Like I'm a psychic medium, if you didn't know. It go deep. I'm talking about government deep. I know shit the government don't want me to know. We got shit that the government got type vibes. Yeah. And the ancient gods are very much so lit, very much so awakened, and the water spirits are washing. It's like a beautiful, like a rose petal bath for those who deserve it. And shit, overflowing sewage for those who deserve it. Like I say, you held up by the weight of your own accountability. What that heart look like. You can play all meek and mild and sweet like you don't know what the fuck going on all you want to. The Reaper ain't trying to hear none of that. And if you play dumb in front of the Reaper, he gonna cut your fucking head off, period. You're gonna end up, because I've been getting Mansfield, like Jhene Mansfield, like how her head was cut off, severed. Yeah, I'm talking about those type of gory endings for people. The same people who want to save face. And you see how spirit play that like that? You want to save face and your head get taken off. And I'm not saying her specifically. I'm saying like that's how the karma will come back. Like when it hits you, there will be no mistaking where it came from. It ain't gonna be no, oh, they did this to me, they did that to me, I'm the victim here. When the Reaper pull up on you, because who you gonna tell? You really gonna have the audacity to look God in the face and try to act like you the victim when the Reaper on your ass? You can't. They ain't gonna do nothing but piss them off more. You're gonna die in an even more painful, gory way. You're gonna have an even more embarrassing last image. Like the last thing the people who come and identify your body see is gonna be horrific. It's gonna stain their memory. So don't let nobody stain yours. Don't let their ugliness taint your relationship. Don't let it be a stain that keeps coming back and replaying. Don't let what they meant for harm actually harm your ability to love. Okay? Hear me on this. Don't let what nobody set out to be heartbreaking for you. Don't let that be what closes up your heart. Keep your heart 3 stacks. Keep your heart. For real. Because it's coming out. It's coming out. And I tap, my mind with that. With the 7 of Swords. It's coming out. Some things nobody may have to come tell you. Sometimes when you come in the vicinity of a soulmate, like you unlock that remembrance. It's the 2nd video on this channel. I talk about the difference between a soulmate and a twin flame. And when you finally do lock eyes, when you finally do tap in, lock in with your soulmate, like it's just like instantly just vaults of information, just libraries of spiritual knowledge and wisdom is unlocked for you. You start to just see things that you couldn't see before. You start to understand things that you could not understand before. You get inklings, you get nudges, you start having dreams. Like the spirit world is so active right now, and it's not the time for that bullshit that people be on. For the sacral energy, we have the High Priestess. So if it's anyone who was out here using any sex magic, any blood magic, anything like that, they the first ones up. Because the Bible talks about how when Cain killed Abel, the blood cried out. The blood, it carries oxygen through the body. Like you need that blood pumping, and it's pumping through the heart. All of your spiritual imprint is within your blood. Water holds memory. The blood is composed of water. It's all there. Straight drop is all there. It's all exposed at this time. And the darker it gets, the closer we get to, the what is it? Was fall the longest night? No. Yeah, the equinox. Was that the longest night? Well, the longer those nights get, because daylight is about to do that thing it do when it move. In the countries where they have it, where the times move and shit, it's about to do that thing. And we're gonna start going to bed or being ready to go to bed around 6-7 o'clock. And it's a lot of people who gonna be scared to go to sleep. Night long as hell, and you still up, scared to damn fall asleep because you being haunted by the spirits that you have conjured yourself with all of that darkness, with all of that blood magic, that sex magic. So that's what these people have to look forward to. Do not do anything that's gonna have you in a state of having to check on, well, was I wrong? Did I do that wrong? Or did I go too far? Just don't get involved. Keep your cup clean. Write these people off. Keep them out your relationship. Once you figure out who it is, just cut them off. Cut them off. Keep them out your relationship. Don't invite them over to the house for spades night no more. Don't have no more Uno tables with these motherfuckers sitting at it. Don't let them drink nothing else out your house. It's just that simple. Like, cut off that water supply. Cut off any access to any of your spiritual energy. And any spiritual energy that they do get from you is going to be a sharp tongue to shed light on all of their ugliness. If somebody really want to have a connection with you, and that's how you'll know. If somebody really care for you, they really love you, they'll have that conversation with you. Somebody who keep running around in the dark, you want to have a conversation about everybody. You want to have a conversation with everybody else about this person, but you won't talk directly to that person. That's how you know. That's how you know who the low life is. That's how you know who's siphoning off your energy. A bitch made motherfucker, a pussy asshole, who will go have a whole conversation about you and tell everything that they want other people to know, but won't tell the truth. And they won't offer you the ability to sit in on this conversation because they know that if you're there, the truth is going to be exposed. So they're trying to take your ability to communicate truth too, and trying to harm you at the same time. A double dose. Okay. Must be two sides, hell or heaven. And you're going to be held up by the weight of your own accountability. Because it's really that time. Like, it's really that time. Like, for real. And you see it outside of you. You see it outside of us. You see it all through the news. You see it every day happening around you. People completely losing themselves. Complete psychosis. On public stages. It's that time. Things are coming to light. And at the bottom, what's rooted here? Five of Swords. It's their own dysfunction. You never had the heart. You don't have a lion's heart. You don't have a brave heart. You don't have that courage to address any of the things that were burdening you, or these people, to address the things that's burdening them. You just want to push all your burdens off on other people and still try to uphold yourself like you somebody worthy of being praised, like you somebody worthy of being upheld, of being honored. No, it's going to be a lot of dishonor on people. And they've bound themselves to this dishonor. A lot of these people who run around spreading false narratives, putting a nasty mouth on other people's business, on other people's body parts. I mean, folks that be all under your clothes, them old ass, bitter ass aunties who always want to look you up and down to see whether or not you got a BBL, who always want to go and tell people what all you did to your body when it really ain't none of their motherfucking business. These people, they've rooted themselves to that ugliness. They've rooted themselves to all that chaos and confusion, and they will account for it. Point blank, period. You will account for it, because that's just where we are. That's just where we are in spirituality. That's where we are in the evolution of humanity, because we really in them days. And I don't mean everything just go away. I mean the people who deserve to go away getting the fuck up out of here. That's what I mean. All that chaos and confusion, they have to answer for it. Don't get caught up in it. Don't get tied to it. Don't get bound there with them, because really that's what they want. They want you to have such an overflow of vengeance in your heart that you take yourself out of alignment, that you weigh yourself down, that you end up with a hurt heart as well. And honestly, it's really too late for that. If somebody's still doing that in 2025, it's too late for that. Because the world is so used to bullshit. You really can't even hurt nobody on that type of level like that. Because we all just looking at the rest of these motherfuckers like, boy, ain't nobody shit. What's that song? Everybody ain't shit. That's one of them Dreamville songs. It's off a Dreamville mixtape. Everybody ain't shit. That's kind of the general consensus. Like, we don't really put nothing past nobody. For somebody to still be so haughty, so ugly in spirit, that they think that they can still do stuff like that in 2025. And we was already past that. You can't put your mouth on nobody and really break nobody down like that. Who do you think you are? But the only reason that they would think like that is because they still surrounded by these people who they've been lying to their whole life. And the type of people who hang around people like this, they got shit to hide too. So whoever they going to sit up in other folks' face with, talking down on your connections, talking down on your sexuality, talking down on your relationships, talking down on just your choices of what you want to do and create with your life. The people who still have an ear, lending an ear to them, they under judgment too. They gonna fall with them. You see them chains around them people? Yeah, the same people you want to talk shit about, they gonna fall too. And a lot of times they'll fall before the one who doing all the black magic. They'll fall before the one who actually doing the rituals. They'll fall before the one who is spiteful, because it's like the reaper is leading up. It's like really like chasing your ass down. Like, I'm going to take this person that you go and talk shit to. I'm going to go ahead and knock this person out so that you can see that this shit real. I'm going to go over here to this person's house and I'm going to fuck up their house so you can see that this shit real. And I'm going to attack everybody that you go and talk to so that you can get the message that I'm on your ass next. That's the type of stalking the Reaper doing on motherfuckers out here. So mind your patience. Mind your patience. Mind your behavior. Mind yourself. Again, it's a self-worth thing. You know that you be above that shit. It's time out for all of that. We all equal. No, we not. We are not all equal. And the only people who hyper fixate on that, well, we all equal, be the ones who done did some shit to try to put themselves above you. And now when it's time for them to have to confront those very actions that they do to other people, now we all kumbaya. Now we all equal. No, the hell we ain't. We are not equal. I am goddess euphoria. You a dog mutt slut. No, we not. I ain't never fucked on no married man. You have. We are not the same. Get what I'm saying? Like, so move as such. Treat yourself the way you deserve to be treated. Even if a bitch can't do it for you, do it for yourself. You keep your light on. You keep your warmth up. You keep your fire burning. And you let their ass starve in the cold where they deserve to be. Because all they got is what they've been bound to. Look at the hangman up underneath that. Yeah, you stuck right there in that mess that you created for yourself. And everybody that helped you create that mess, talking down on other folks' relationships, trying to interrupt, trying to get people trapped. The whole baby mama, baby daddy trying to trap somebody so that they can't find no love nowhere else. Because, ain't nobody gonna want you with no kids. Don't none of that shit prosper. Ain't none of it working. And don't none of it hold no weight. The only weight that matters is the weight of accountability. And people who think that they can save face while creating all types of hell in other people's lives, they have nowhere else to run. Jeepers, creepers, where'd you get those eyes? Because how the fuck did you see that? All of those lies you went around telling on people, where you saw that at? Where? What proof did you have for any of that bullshit you was spouting off about this person? You talking about a 15-year-old girl. Oh, she fast, she grown, she did it. What proof do you have? Just because her hips filled out more than yours? Your box built bitch? Oh, she thinks she all that just because she got long hair. Where did you get that from? Why you in competition with a child and her hair length? Like, it's that type of stupidity. And it can be infuriating. But just trust and know that it's some real dogs in these streets. And they ain't letting off none of these hoes. They ain't letting off none of them. Anybody who tried to come at your relationships or tried to come at your sexuality to tear you down so that you won't feel comfortable, so you won't feel like anyone can love you, so you feel like you'll never find your soulmate. Anybody trying to beat you down about being a single mother, being a single father, it's that time for them. All you need to do is keep your self-worth up. Because the fact that they came so hard for you, that's all the proof you need that these people suffering. If it wasn't for you, they would have nothing to do. They would have no heat in their life. They would have nothing going on, nothing generating. They don't generate their own energy. They always siphon off of other people. And that's what they're facing right now. Every attempt of trying to siphon off somebody from at least 2025. Some of these people, they knee deep in that shit. They've been doing it since the 1900s and got all of that weight on them. And their heart don't pump worth a fuck. So you're not going to be able to escape that scale, honey. Can't escape the scale if I try. Interstate trafficking's a lie. Interstate, like interstates of consciousness. Some will see heaven. Some will see the land of the living. Some will see paradise. Others will see purgatories. Others going to move straight into a hell realm. And it's all going to be just as real as my hands in front of my face right here. It's going to be just as real as me looking at you in this camera right here. Because they made it so. The weight of accountability. Yeah, they number up to be called. That's why so much is coming out about them. If you see somebody being exposed right now, if you finding out things about people that you didn't even know from years and years ago, that means they number being called as we speak. That means you running down on their ass too. You a part of leading the charge of getting spirit to go ahead and take care of them once and for all. And they deserve it. So don't put yourself in no line of fire. Because please know, they're going to try to drag you to hell with them. When somebody is drowning, they will drown you too. Don't even throw a stick at them hoes. If I see a bitch on fire, I won't even piss on her if I got to use the bathroom. I'm not getting in no parts of what you got going on. They're going to eat you up. Those spirits going to eat you up by yourself. And I'm not calling nobody off of you. I'm not covering you in nothing. I'm an alchemist. I can remove hexes and spells. I'm not doing shit for you. I'm not getting involved in that because you deserve every bit of it. And that be the thing too. You and your soulmate, or one of y'all, both of y'all, could have really been a blessing to these people because Lord knows they need it in this barren, frozen. You can't grow nothing in that. Everything hard. You got to go fish for your dinner every night. Everything just harder than it needs to be. And you could have very much so been the throne that sits and spreads the warmth. But they don't want to see that. These type of people just me, 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 me. What can I get? Because they already torn down and don't have no self-worth for themselves. So they constantly in competition with you. And every time you feel good about yourself, they take it as a personal offense that you feel good about yourself. Because they don't feel good about themselves. Icy cold. Nah, ain't gonna be none of that. I had a dream about hell freezing over a couple weeks ago and beings pulling up in a tank. It's so funny because they having that the No Limit and Cash Money verses being brought back for the first time in a long time, and Tank pulling up. They gonna say, it's everything is just going along with. Listen, you don't want to get involved with nobody karma, and I'm gonna just leave it like that, because the spirit realm really ain't nothing to play with. Them people who thought they had their little voodoo magic or sacral magic, the trauma that they try to put on you, even the ones who just use their filthy mouth to speak ill and curse other folks, they don't even know what they got coming to them. But it ain't your business to inform them, because your ass shouldn't have been playing around in the fucking dark. No way. You shouldn't have been doing it in the first place. Kindergarten rules: treat people how you want to be treated. Basic Bible study: love thy neighbor. You shouldn't have been doing it in the first fucking place. So did nobody have to warn you about just how bad shit was finna get for you? You deserve everything you finna receive. And just remember that. If they being exposed right now, the reaper on their ass. Sit in that. Sit in that contentment and keep building yourself up. Keep speaking life into yourself. Keep speaking life into your partner first and foremost. Especially if you know who you are, you realized who you are, you self-actualized, you know you ain't did no wrong to these people, you know you ain't deserve it. Don't let them take you away from a love that can fulfill you, because it's here. It's definitely here. But you have to be healed. Conversations have to be had. And the people who won't even have a conversation with you about their own shit, let their ass perish. The ones who really care for you, they're going to give you all the understanding that you need. They will ask questions. They will allow you to ask questions. That's how you'll know. All them, that twin flame bullshit where they want to evade and runner chaser and all of that. Cut all that out and let them be exposed. And when they start feeling the heat, when they really start feeling the heat, don't give their ass no more access to you, because all they doing is coming to look for something cool. They just coming to cool down. They don't care about you. If they didn't care enough about you to give you clarity, to give you love, to pour into you before now, they don't give a fuck about you. They just trying to escape punishment. They trying to, like I said, drag somebody down the hell with them, because they don't know how to stand on their own. They've made a whole life out of bringing people into their bullshit, and now that's where they're rooted. Whack them weeds and keep it moving. Keep your grass cut. That's it. See y'all in the next one.